What was supposed to be the finale of more than a week of exciting new Vultures 2 previews ended up being an extremely rushed and disappointing appearance for Kanye and Ty at Rolling Loud.
I love leaky!
Now, I think it's important that we go over just why everyone is saying that Kanye scammed us with this Rolling Loud California performance. That boils down to two main points, one attributed to Rolling Loud themselves and one attributed to Kanye. We'd been hearing for days now from the official Rolling Loud Twitter account that there would be Volume 2 songs played at this show, and that it would be a legitimate performance. Even when asked outright on Twitter whether Kanye and Ty would be actually performing and not just doing what they do at the listening parties, Rolling Loud straight up said they were performing. So you can imagine how that might create a certain expectation in fans' minds, especially considering Kanye already played Vultures 2 material at the Phoenix and San Francisco listening parties. Unfortunately, we were lied to, and Kanye and Ty both didn't perform any songs from Vultures 2, but they also did not have microphones and ended up doing the exact same thing as the listening experiences. So my first main issue lies with Rolling Loud for advertising this show as something that it absolutely was not, and their response on Twitter after the situation was also a little whack, considering they were the ones that created our initial expectations for the show. After being announced, the Vultures performance was confirmed to be free for all prior 3-day ticket holders, but then Rolling Loud sold separate tickets to the show, which is just insanely greedy in my opinion, especially when they were misadvertising it as a Vultures 2 performance. My second main issue lies with Kanye himself. When I said they did the exact same thing as they did at the LPs, but without Vultures 2, I meant it, because that included Kanye and Ty walking off the stage and then the crowd just listening to their best hits playlists on Spotify for 25 minutes. I'm really not even sure what the point of wearing the 2 jacket was if they weren't gonna play any Vultures 2. Like, that just again feeds into the false expectations that were created here. It stung a little more when they left because they clearly could have just not played the throwbacks and just done new material with that time. But of course, Kanye has to edge the fans with the number 2 jacket and then not play anything. Not to mention, it's clear that Kanye's original plan was to do a crazy Vultures 2 performance, but that plan evidently got scrapped last minute. Joy Boy previously told us from a trusted source that the Rolling Loud setlist would include Slide and Lifestyle, neither of which were played. And we also found out after the show that there was actually a scrapped planned performance. Apparently, there was a casting call for people to be used in an on-stage act for the Rolling Loud show that would have had them marching somehow with the entire thing directed by Vanessa Beecroft. While this idea sounds super epic and it gives me Donda listening party vibes, it didn't happen, and all we got was more fog machines and more of Ty and Kanye and the various album feature guests dancing on a circular platform. It just seems like in general something went wrong here for Kanye and the planning of this show, and according to producer/mixing engineer KSJ Beats, the team actually rushed Ye into performing with whoever had showed up, which kind of indicates that he was going to come on potentially even later if he could have. Unfortunately, this is completely Kanye's fault for not trying to organize this many things sooner. We've had this performance on the schedule for weeks now, and the fact that it was both completely different from advertised and neutered down from what was initially planned does not bode well for the potential album release. Of course, the big question on everyone's minds is where the fuck Vultures 2 is. Let's first remember that we had been hearing from insiders sometime this weekend, which means that Kanye has until Sunday before the album is 100% delayed for another week. Now, let's also remember that Vultures 1 was first played in an unfinished state and then finally a fully finished state before releasing. Considering Rolling Loud featured 0 Vultures 2 whatsoever, we have no clue if any of the unfinished songs are more complete than they were 3 days ago. which just gives me not a great feeling about this weekend, but who knows. The album in its current form is not absurdly unfinished, but it definitely needs some work done to it, so we will just have to wait and see if Kanye can put it all together before the end of the day Sunday. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this, and let me know down in the comments what you thought of the Rolling Loud performance.